What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another Invincible Guardian Glove video, and today we are going over the brand new Dinosaurus hero from Invincible Season 4. Hope you guys are eating good. We certainly are as Invincible fans with all of this new content. We got Invincible Versus dropping in a couple months. We got Season 4 obviously coming out every week. We got some Invincible Guardian Globe content. It is a pretty good time to be an Invincible fan, I will tell you what. So what is new to Invincible Guarding the Globe? Let's go over it. So obviously we have the new character release, Dinosaurus, which we are here for today. And with every new character release, they have his own nightmare. I haven't gotten very far on mine, only because he is level 240. We also have the standard nightmares, which was extended to 60 stages instead of 50. And then we have this brand new per episode little short nightmare runs, and these actually give really good rewards. As you can see, they give Burger Mart Burger, which is kind of crazy. So definitely at least make sure to run this just to try to get a chance of getting some of those burgers, because that is a very good item. Ironically, I don't have any order characters built. I just reset my multi-pole not that long ago. Kind of regret doing that now, but nothing I can do. I can maybe throw some gear on one of these guys and see if I can finish this out. But either way, make sure to run these while they're available. Obviously, we're not getting these back. They're a very limited time thing. But get those free rewards. But yeah, kind of a lot going on in the game at the moment. Let's talk about the brand new character and the brand new event for Dinosaurus. So Dinosaurus is our new criminal defender. This guy is pretty sick. First of all, the model that they have is massive. This is, I mean, I remember when Komodo came out, we were like, dude, this is, how much bigger can they get for some of these models? And he's a big boy. I mean, look at that neck circumference, bro. That guy, he's a thick dinosaur. It also has a little bit of his lore, goodness gracious, in the collection tab, should you guys be interested, with his alter ego name and all of that. Which, yeah, what is his name from the show? Because I do not actually remember it. Something Anders? Yeah. David Anders. Okay. Just so we all know. But Dinosaurus. Okay, so obviously we have to talk about the character. And if you haven't seen the show, you haven't seen the show. So, you know, spoilers obviously are going to be in all of these videos if you guys haven't seen the episode. So make sure to stay up to date as we follow along with these characters releases. I would hate to spoil something for you guys. But since he is a human, he has the human tag. Duality, which is an interesting tag, but makes sense for him. Technologist, very much in the lore for him. Anti-hero, grounded, and melee. I think the worst part of that kit, obviously, being the grounded. Obviously, he's a T-Rex. He's got to be on the ground. But a lot of characters are affected by grounded tags, and or they have to run around and hit things. But he has a bit of a leg up in that he is a fast speed. His stats are pretty tanky, I will say. He is definitely up there, just base stat-wise, with a lot of characters, and his skills are pretty cool. So let's go over his kit. For the greater good, his first skill, Dinosaurus savagely attacks his target, dealing 200% of his current HP. We'll skip to level 10, 250 of his current HP is damage, applying a bleeding effect that deals a total of 350% damage over 10 seconds. The damage over time isn't bad. I mean, it sounds like a lot, but over 10 seconds, that's a very little amount each second. But it's still some damage. Good to know he does some in his kit. He also pushes the target back and gains a shield equal to 70% of his current HP. That has some potential, especially at level 15 where it's 100%, which is crazy. And I guess between 10 and 15, they add these stacks. At level 13. Okay, for one of his other skills. The one down here, having fun. Interesting. He seems like a character that is going to need some heavy investment because his skills at base just don't have their full potential unlocked. As you can see, you really got to drag them out to get those secondary skills, which is understandable for him. This skill, let's just read it at level 10. Dinosaurus increases his team's maximum HP by 10% if there's any last line of defense allies on the team. So it's not per ally, but just if there is. Additionally, at the start of the wave, he charges his main skill by 50% if there are any leader characters on the enemy team, which there are almost certainly going to be some leader characters. So that is very good. And look at this at level 15, 100%. So basically, if there's a leader on the enemy team, at the very beginning of the wave, he just charges his skill and ult right off the bat, which is incredible. Also, 15% max HP is pretty decent. That's a decent chunk. So he's got some great team synergy. Most people are going to have a last line of defense ally. And most people are going to have a leader on the enemy team. So, dude, unexpected allies, the first 2 skills right off the bat, a little bit of damage, pushing the target back, and gaining a shield, which is decent, substantial. A great team HP buff, 100% just charging his ult. And, I mean, 2 skills right off the bat, pretty darn good. Having fun. Let's read this at level 10. Dinosaurus gains 1 charge each time he attacks an enemy affected by bleeding. So they do have to be affected, but once again, remember, he applies a bleeding effect with this for the greater good skill. But if you have any other characters that do that, obviously this works. But he gains a charge each time he attacks an enemy affected by bleeding upon reaching 11 stacks, which is notable, but he does attack very quickly. He heals himself for 15% of his max HP, increases his team's main skill charge by 15%. This is crazy. This is like having a, gosh, what is that item? I am spacing out. It's like having your battle hologram just across everybody. Reduces allies' cooldowns by 15%. That is absolutely goated. So he has some really good team synergies. I think that's what people are really interested in him about. This reduces the amount of total charges you need, heals himself 20%, and team's main skill by 20%, which is crazy. Very good. Like I said, heavy investment, level 15 skills, but a lot, very similar to Komodo. It looks like they pay off. When Dinosaurus is pushed, he immediately leaps forward towards the enemy that pushed him, dealing 40% of his max HP as damage, along with 100% life leech. He also applies bleeding damage over time equal to 130% damage for 5 seconds, reduces the enemy's energy resistance by 15%. None of that screams crazy except the first part. The percentages are pretty low. The life leech is interesting. The damage over 5 seconds is and the energy resistance is notable. Sure, reducing anyone's energy resistance or defense, certainly good. But pushing the enemy, or when he's pushed, he leaps towards the enemy that pushed him. It pretty much animation cancels. So I'll put a video on screen. If you have like Blue Suit Mark or someone that's trying to push Dinosaurus, he will literally just stop the ult and then lunge back at them. So it's pretty good. It looks like he's going to be able to counter a lot of people that have push ults, or just abilities like Conquest, Krieg, Anissa, Blue Suit, and I'm sure there's some others I'm missing, Agent Spider, where he will just straight up animation cancel them. So very strong. Pretty good. I would say a lot of people are looking at him probably as on par with Komodo, and I would tend to agree, although I have not tested him. Obviously, I do not have him leveled up very much, but just looking at his raw skills and abilities already of a few people that have him powered up, he seems pretty promising. So I did not do all of my runs yet, but I got a good amount of tickets. So let's do some openings for this guy, and we are already boosted at shop level 9. Good strategy for this event. I would recommend being picky around level 5 or 6. That's when his percentage is about matched with those that are in the regular elite pools. You can see about 0.8, but realistically, he matches it around shop level 10, where we're all about 1%. That's where you're going to see a lot of them. I know it's unrealistic to expect people to get there. Do keep in mind for this event that we have an extended trophy road up here. So for the people that are a little bit heavier investment, so if you guys bought those gem bundles like I did, the red 1,000 gem ones for these red tickets up here, you will get a good chunk into this. I expect to probably end up somewhere in here would be nice. I don't know if I'm going to get all the way to the Exceptional Plus. I really doubt it, but probably at least to this red access card here. And do keep in mind the missions that help you reach there, such as Recruiting Dinosaurus, obviously Refreshing, and the Purchase All is probably the most notable ones you guys should keep track of. So without further ado, let's get started with some pulls. I do want to be careful not to outpace my pink currency with refreshes. I don't have a lot. 126 looks like a lot, but it will go by very quickly. We are targeting today, and I would advise that everyone does the same. Treat these new character releases as just kind of a faction recruitment and pick the 2 or 3 people you really want to build. So for me, my Mauler team is absolutely a priority, so we are building Exceptional Plus Maulers to feed stars to my main guys here. Komodo, I have a lot of Komodo. I don't need him. I won't go for him if he is a single, just by himself. I think we're going to pass. I think we will go for Powerplex. I would like him to get 50 stars would be nice, just to kind of complete my Mauler team. Maybe he'll go higher. I'm not sure. Cape Vincible, the game has blessed me tremendously with, so we're going to avoid him. He's also not that great. So I think we're going to aim for Doc Seismic, Ranged Mauler, and Powerplex. Outside of those three, I'm not really crazy for anybody outside of Dinosaurus. You know, obviously we're going to go for the new character, but we will pass on Komodo, the lizards, and everybody else. In terms of if it's just one elite. If it's two elites, obviously value is value. You got to go where the value is. And let's try to get as much purchase alls in as that we can. I actually may pick up this Titan just for food. Until we get to shop level 10, I try not to be too extremely picky because inevitably you will see what you want. If you have a lot of currency, it's just a matter of time. Like that, there we go. Complete an Elite Plus, why not? We're going to skip on a single Sinister Mark. Let's go, another Dinosaurus. So this will be like our stars for our, goodness. What is the orange rank? I rarely have characters down at this level. So, Epic Plus, my goodness. Epic Plus 5-star. And then we're going to need to save lots of food to get him over that hump. Gosh, I absolutely hate starring up characters from... We're going to purchase all, even those 3 commons. To elite value, we cannot pass on. I hate getting characters from that initial, like, 339 to, you know, going from epic to legendary to seismic. It's just such a pain. I really wish it was just, like, stars the entire time, almost. I'm sure in the beginning you save a little bit of food that way, but you need more copies versus you need less copies later on, but more food. So it's... I don't know which one's better, honestly, in the long term, but it is certainly annoying to have to build 2 exceptional plus fodder characters just to level up somebody, but at this point in the game, it's not going to change. Oh my goodness, Doc, taking me all the way down. We're just going to purchase all when it gets down that low because... Oh goodness, why did I roll on this? Always purchase all in doubles. Always purchase all. It's all good. We're going to pass on an iguana. Whoa, a triple with Dinosaurus. We absolutely take those. Machine Head and Titan, I don't mind. We need the food. Powerplex, of course it gives us 2 commons with the heroes that we want. Absolutely despicable. We're going to purchase all. It's being rough today. All right, let's see what else we got. We're going to pass on Titan. Ooh, a nice double with King Lizard and Angstrom. Food is food. I would go for this Doc, but 3 Magmanites... We can afford to skip for now. Okay, we'll go for 2. Gosh, the game just wants to troll us, man. I don't want to waste currency and get commons, you know? It is what it is here. Doc Seismic is just that good. 4 commons? What is this luck? Do we need a machine head? I would also advise kind of like seeing what you guys need in terms of food. Literally do not waste any currency on stuff you don't need. Obviously, there's RNG that's out of your control, right? And don't go too crazy trying to complete sets. Like, I could complete this King Lizard just to get another King Lizard and a double, like, the next roll. But it's a good, especially, like, elite hero, or sorry, event heroes. Just a good rule of thumb to, like, complete elite plus copies. Because inevitably, you're not going to get that character until another event comes around, and you could be waiting weeks. And it's just kind of annoying to see them sitting there, in my opinion. Obviously, if you're not going very heavy investment in this, you know, you can only do what you could do, but that's totally fine. 3 Pauls and a Dinosaurus. Can we get Dinosaurus, please? No. Okay, we'll purchase all there. No problem. A bunch of rares, but hey, we'll take it over commons. We're going to pass on Melee Mauler. I do not think we need a Machine Head. And let's go ahead and give Dinosaurus stars so we can keep track here. I would ideally like to just get him to Epic 5-star. I really don't care what he ends at, but just over 300 would be nice. Also, do note, that is very new, this Hero Optimization Pass. Sorry I did not go over this in the beginning. But this is new. It seems to be that they add some free rewards for each level increment of 50 that you are upgrading the main hero. So 339 would only take me to these 4 isotopes, which is why I'm like, 300 I think is a good breakpoint. If we get a ton of copies, I'll go crazy. But as you level him up, it looks like around 660 is a pretty good breakpoint for Omni Plus. Obviously, this is a little bit more in the whale territory. If you guys are getting crazy amounts of stars and or up to 17 stars, you can get an extra Elite Plus copy. Sorry, Exceptional Plus copy, which is a free star. So substantial, although that is a considerably heavy investment for a character that is good, but I don't think a lot of people are going crazy for day one outside of, the few whales and content creators, me included, that will probably go pretty heavy in this just to give you guys some content out of it. But I certainly am more excited for any From World Beyond events coming up, and surely with Season 4 having so many From World Beyond characters in the show, we are likely to get one very, very soon, and I'm excited about that. We're going to pass on Angstrom. Would love to get some more Dinosauruses. Doc is totally welcome. There's a free Elite Plus. We take that. And we are just going to run until our refresh tokens are out. Call it a day. Hope you guys had an awesome event. This looks like, honestly, I've seen everyone getting pretty good odds with Dinosaurus. So it is RNG based, obviously. But I saw like 4 at shop level 6. So I cannot complain. We're going to pass on King Lizard. See what else we can get. Doubles are just a swipe away. Like that. There we go. Melee Mauler and Machine Head. Big value. Obviously, I think food has a lot more value with clone events. And ideally, I can get event heroes. But hey, if we don't, no big deal. We may, in fact, need that Machine Head. So let's see if we need to pick him up. Run down here really quick. Why not? We'll pick him up. Only 1 Magmanite I could possibly get. It's going to give it to me now that I said that. Every time I point out a character I don't want, it just immediately forces me to purchase them. Alone Doc, we're going to skip. I know I said we'll go for Doc, but, it would be pretty cool to get some more event characters. Doc is commonly available, other than Cape Vincible, too. My goodness. I've gotten so many Cape Vincibles I've had to pass up on. It feels wrong, but he is just not great even after his fix. I think he does substantially more damage, which is great, but just nowhere near where people would like him to be for a Invincible Mark variant. I think he could have had the percentages turned up just a wee bit more. Okay, sweet. Another Dinosaurus in a double. Nonetheless, we'll take that. Some pretty good luck this event. I cannot complain. Like I said, looking forward more to doing a From World Beyond event, and I will go crazy with some content on that. Although Dinosaurus is pretty cool, I will definitely give me a few days to build him. I will cover him with his skills leveled up a little bit more. I'm kind of at a great point now with my account where I kind of have most people's skills where I want them, with the exception of a few level 15s, most likely on duplicate characters. So I think that I can invest at least up to like level 6 pretty easily when characters come out, and just leave them there until I get more molecular enhancements to take them further. But finally, it's kind of plateauing, in terms of my account with maxing out everyone's skills. So when new characters drop, I have the luxury of being able to afford to upgrade their skills. Obviously, you guys can just prioritize and stop building other people. But for me, once I started, I'm like, just finish their skills to 10 and just tough it out. There are multiple ways to address that strategy, though. We'll pass on the single Doc now that we're at shop level 10. Just see if we can get any more Dinosauruses before we close this out. Ooh, a Titan Elite Plus we will take. Food is food. We'll pass on the single Titan. A Mauler with Doc. Big. Ooh, a triple. Okay. Mauler twin. We love the ranged Maulers. Okay, there we go. Dinosaurus. Pretty good luck. Can't complain. I think that when I finish the rest of my runs, I should be at about 339 or so. So really excited to get him built. I think he's one that I'm going to stay adding stars to. He's just looks really, really good. Why not get him to level 1000, get his skills up, and see how he does in Restricted Arena. We will go and claim all of our rewards here, and after that, we will spend our refreshes until we are out and call it a day. This is actually jumping us up a lot more than I thought. Can we get the tokens? Let's see. Probably just shy of it, to be honest. Yeah, just shy of it, like 100 maybe. All right. Let's see if a few more refreshes can't fix that. Well, they gave us a lot. 35 is a tremendous amount. The new trophy road has been awesome. I remember I used to have to buy refreshes every single event, just about. So to give them kind of back to you in 2 forms is a lot better. Okay, ranged maulers. We're getting really lucky with ranged maulers, and I cannot complain. I should have went a little probably heavier on their case file event when they came out. Realizing that was probably the best time to isolate, grab them, but criminal events are pretty good. I mean, the character pool for criminals is not that big, where it's like obnoxious to get them, but as time goes on and these factions get filled out more and more saturated, it's going to be more difficult to target the characters you want. So definitely, you know, this game is not a bad, you know, fear of missing out, like you can't build someone, but it does get slightly harder when the pool gets so diverse that you are casting your fishing rod into. Let's get Powerplex. Let's go. Would love to get him absolutely done because he's not a fantastic character. He's a good character, but let's be honest, we only build him for that technologist boost. No one really likes him just as an attacker, but I've seen him cook with Canslock, but who can't cook with Canslock? You know what? I'm feeling generous. Let's get the single dock. Ooh, and a snipe. Let's go. Let's see if we don't have a few more refreshes in us. I guess we don't. Well, we will take our tickets, and I will finish my runs a little bit later. Let's see how we did on Dinosaurus. We are shy just 1 Dinosaurus, so we have to grab him. I bought some refreshes just so we can have the satisfaction of getting him to 339, because this is going to bother me. Pass on Komodo. Oh my gosh, and the game keeps giving us doubles. Please stop. Actually, just give us Dinosaurus, please. A dock. We will pass. 15 refreshes and no dino. There we go. There we go. Game hurt us. The game hurt us. Bring him home. Ooh, another double. The game just flooded me with doubles there at the end. Okay. Let's not make those. Actually, those are fine. The only time that I'm going to accept that. Boom. We got our last Dinosaurus. Let's go. He is finally epic 5 stars. So I'm going to get his levels up. We'll do some more testing, but he looks pretty awesome. What do you guys think of Dinosaurus? Let me know down below. Are you guys going to be building him? If so, to what level? Is he going to be on your main team? Are you guys looking at him to replace? Or is he just going to be someone to hang out in your restricted arena criminal team? Either way, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.